There once was a girl who ran very fast and jumped very far. She also swung a mean bat and played soccer as well. And when she was inside, she worked just as hard at ballet. Ashante Horsley has always done many things well at the same time.
Yeah, you know, her athletic career started in, like most kids in McMinnville, probably with park and rec soccer. But at the same time, she started doing ballet. Did ballet year-round, did the Nutcracker, which was a struggle sometimes because the ballet teacher was not a big fan of other sports. So they would go from spring soccer or winter soccer, wet and cold, to changing the car to ballet gear, and then go to ballet practice.
I knew her from middle school on, and I remember when he first introduced me to her. She's just a super quiet middle schooler that he thought, I think she's going to be a really good track athlete.
When Ashante arrived at Mac High, she immediately became a three-sport athlete: volleyball, basketball, and track and field.
No, she really liked volleyball. Did that for all 3 years. Struggled at basketball because she probably could have worked on her dribbling skills a little bit more. Usually outran the ball. But like her freshman year, they did not have a whole lot of girls. You know, they were like 6 or 7 girls for the whole team. That formed a pretty good bond with them. Coach Gower did a great job keeping them together. You know, they would score a lot of points, get tired, fall behind, halftime, score some more points, and fall. They fell short quite a bit, but it wasn't for lack of effort.
It didn't take long for Ashante to make her mark on the track. As a freshman, she qualified for and placed in 3 sprint events at the OSAA Championships. By her junior year, Ashante was a leader. She scored 30 team points all by herself at state and won her first individual title in what would become her best event, 400 meters. Mac High finished 3rd in the state as a team.
I mean, we were always shooting for the state meet because, you know, districts for her, you just knew wherever you were going to put her, she was going to win it. In fact, whenever she got on the track or even in the long jump pit, you knew she was going to win. So we were always shooting for that state meet, and it was tricky trying to plan, okay, when is she going to long jump? When is she going to do this? So we got to spend 4 years doing that, you know, from the time she was a freshman to just learning how to manage a track meet and get from here to here and not be stressed out about the next thing. So she had to master that too, which is a track athlete's gift.
Horsley had already caught the attention of the University of Oregon. She certainly had made enough appearances at Hayward Field already by the end of her junior year.
As soon as Oregon reached out, I mean, that head coach came to me after she won her state title, I think her junior year, and I mean, Oregon is the dream for everybody. It's that school that, you know, track and field USA, basically. So once they kind of approached, I think that was what she was thinking from then on.
You know, that's what she wanted to do. She wanted to go run. Don't know, she really thought she belonged at Oregon, but to realize that she was going to be recruited by one of the best programs there is. See her dream come true. At the start of the dream to go to Oregon.
As a senior, Ashante had another 4-event weekend at state. She would repeat as champion in the 400 and even gave up running the 100 to help make a better relay team. By the end of her Mac High career, Ashante had set 6 different school records, all of which stand today. She had also earned a treasure trove of medals.
It was just something that she's extremely competitive, very hardworking, and I tend to gravitate towards kids that are less talented, not that she was less talented, but kids that are harder working. A lot of times kids with a lot of talent, with a few exceptions here and there, and those are your Olympians and whatnot, they don't tend to work as hard and be as committed because they don't have to be. She was pretty much all in and was basically trying to prove her worth as an athlete at that level. So I just automatically connected with her.
As an Oregon Duck, Ashante was surrounded by exceptional talent. Her work ethic once again made an impression with the team and her new friends.
Yeah, she's honestly amazing too. She's really clean. We're both very clean, organized, like systems. We want to know what the day is gonna look like. We both are early birds. Yeah, so she was an amazing roommate. I'm like if I didn't have a family, I would still live with her.
She's like the Swiss Army knife. You could put her everywhere. Well, we even had her doing hurdles for a little while. And, I know she did them in high school one time. And, she's just that kind of kid at that time. She's obviously a grown-up now. But, at that time, she was just one of those kind of kids that was dependable and reliable and had great athletic ability and a natural, you knew you were going to get whatever you could get out of her when you put her on the track.
Horsley was in the thick of the action her junior and senior seasons, now a key member of relay teams. In the Magic Triple Crown season of 2017, Ashante ran a leg on the distance medley relay that broke the collegiate indoor record.
50.98. It's going to be close, but I think she's going to get it. A new national collegiate record for Oregon. Yes, indeedy. 10:48.77.
It was a great time to be a Duck. Then when her collegiate career ended, Horsley pivoted to new challenges, including coaching in California's Central Valley.
100% into what she's doing. She enjoys it. It's a big part of her life. And, we had talked about, I try to mentor her for a few things in life. And we had talked about moving on from track and taking up another thing, and then she goes and doubles down and decides to coach two teams instead of one. So, first it was a high school, first it was a club, and then it was junior high, and then it was the club, and then it was high school, and then it was like, I'm gonna get rid of the club and the high school, and then next thing I hear she's coaching junior college, and I'm like, wow.
In addition to coaching, Ashante is the program director of Excellence Through Athletics, an organization that trains and mentors young people.
Now she's a pretty tremendous young woman who's a huge influence on younger kids with, they might be struggling and stuff. She's a great role model to those kids to give them some opportunities to go better themselves.
I think her passion is track and field and female athletes and just the confidence and how it changed her life in giving her that confidence. I think that's her goal, is to spread that to other athletes, and her knowledge that kind of comes along with that ultimately, and how that's going to enhance their lives, because it did hers.
This is so well deserved. She's actually my children's godmother and my best friend, but I could not imagine spending any waking moment with another individual, having the same major, being roommates, going through track and field together at that level at the University of Oregon. I could not imagine anybody else. You have the most amazing spirit, the most amazing energy. You're always positive, you're adaptable, you're resilient, and this could not go to anyone else more deserving.
Today, we welcome Ashante Horsley to the McMinnville High School Hall of Fame.